Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back. There's been some developments while I was away in Las Vegas regarding the whole Kameha Con, Monica Rial situation. For those of you that have no idea what I'm talking about, I'll just briefly summarize. So Vic Mignogna, the voice actor for Broly, aka also Edward Elric in the Full Metal Alchemist series, was reinvited to Kameha Con, and soon after, Monica Rial, the fourth, I believe, voice actress for Bulma, canceled her appearance soon after, and subsequently other voice actors went ahead and canceled their appearance. Now, her reason for this was due to safety concerns. Now, of course, we can speculate and we can assume as to what the true reason was why she canceled her appearance, but I wanted to expand a little bit on what Nick Rekieta said in his video. For those of you that have no idea what I'm talking about, I'll link his video in the description below so you guys could check that out if you want to watch that before watching this video. But just to expand a little bit about some of the things he said there. Now, of course, he mentioned in that video, it seems that Kameha Con and Monica Rial have come to some kind of an agreement where Monica will be appearing at a separate location outside of Irving, where the convention is being held at some comic book shop the Saturday of Kameha Con, to do a signing for, I think, 6 hours or so with some other voice actors. And anybody, I believe, that has a Kameha Con pass will, I believe, get a free autograph. If I'm mistaken about that, I apologize. I'm sure those of you that are watching this video will let me know in the comment section below, but I'm pretty sure I'm correct about that. And of course, this is something that is a little bit polarizing for a few different reasons. Of course, for the people that bought Kameha Con tickets that were expecting to see her at the show, now have to drive 25 plus miles outside of Irving in order to go see her. And there probably will be some people that do that, but I'm guessing that most of the people that she'll end up seeing are probably people that weren't going to be going to Kameha Con to begin with. They're going to be in the general vicinity of where she's going to be signing at. That's probably the most amount of people that she'll be getting to come to this signing. But who knows, maybe she'll get a lot more. But like I said, a polarizing thing to ask of fans after they've already spent money on tickets for the weekend, and we're expecting to see you, to have them again spend more money on travel to go outside of where they were initially going to go see you again. But there's people out there that are saying, hey, Kameha Con should have just sued her for this. Look, the reason why a lot of conventions will not take that route of suing somebody for breach of contract is simply because they want to protect their image. It's a PR move. They don't want to take legal action because, of course, it costs money. They don't want to divide a fandom. They don't want to look bad, because that is a legitimate concern of a convention. They don't want to look bad by filing a lawsuit against somebody that might be beloved to a community, in this case somebody that I guess would be in the anime community. So they don't want to look bad. They want to make sure that they maintain good relationships, and last but not least, they want to make sure that there's an open door there, that there's the possibility for them to work with that person further on down the line. They don't really want to burn bridges, so they usually will try to come to some kind of compromise, whether it be rebooking them for a show further down in the future or some other kind of event that they might have going on. That's usually the kind of compromises that they come to with guests that cancel their appearances at shows, because again, they don't want to foster any bad faith within the community as well, because they realize that some of these voice actors and voice actresses are popular, so they want to maintain a good relationship with the fans, which is y'all, with the people that attend the shows, because these shows exist because of people like us. So that's a lot of the reason why they won't take legal action, is really just because of that. Now, there are guests out there that sometimes are impossible to deal with and have completely irrational demands, and usually once they've built up that kind of reputation, all I'm going to say is, look, promoters of conventions and owners, they talk to each other, and if there's owners and promoters that are very well known and have a very good reputation, their word can carry a lot of weight to other owners and promoters. And once those words get around, that's where the blacklisting starts of guests. So I'm hoping that she made the right call here, and hopefully they have a good relationship. And for those that wanted to see her at Kameha Con, they could potentially see her at a future show. Of course, it won't be this show. Now, as far as the agreement, I'm guessing, like Nick Rekieta said in his video, which I'll go ahead and link in the description below if you guys want to go ahead and watch that video. He was saying that that was probably part of the agreement, and I would agree, that she be a certain distance out, which is, again, for Kameha Con's part, is very generous, because in a lot of these contracts, and this is something that I mentioned in the live stream that I did with that umbrella guy, which I'll also go ahead and link in the description below for those of you interested in some of the different kind of contracts, whether it be vendor contract or guest contracts for conventions. You guys could check out that stream where I talk a little bit about that. But one of the stipulations that is becoming more common in guest contracts is the no compete clause, which will basically state that a guest cannot do an appearance at another event, either the time around the event that they're contracted to appear at. So for example, I'll say this, you know, Kameha Con was her contracted appearance. So if she said, hey, I want to appear at this comic book shop the weekend of Kameha Con that's a couple miles away, if they had that clause in that contract that said, well, no, you can't do that, she would not be able to do that. Now, I'm not saying Kameha Con does have this clause, because I haven't seen a Kameha Con contract, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's there, because a lot of times it is. In order, again, to protect the show that she's appearing at, they want to make sure that, hey, look, we don't want business to go away from our show. So, and that's the other interesting thing about this whole thing, is that she's doing this appearance on a Saturday, which is the busiest day that a convention has, is a Saturday. Now, I'm not saying that she's doing this specifically for the reason of taking business away from Kameha Con, because it might be possible that this was the only day that she was able to book with the other venue. So I'm just trying to be fair here. Now, I think the best thing to do probably would have been to either book it on Friday or Sunday, but again, I don't know what arrangement she has with this other venue. Those days might have not been available at all. So I'm not saying, hey, look, she specifically booked the Saturday because she knew it's the busiest day at Kameha Con, and she knows that that's the most amount of business that she'd be taking away. I don't know what her motives are. I'm not going to speculate as to any of that, and I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to accuse her of that, because I don't know, because like I said, she might have only been able to book that day at that venue. That might have been the only day available. Friday and Sunday might have not. So, but that's neither here nor there. Like I said, getting back to the contract itself, a lot of times there'll be stipulations in these contracts where not only can you not appear anywhere else the weekend of or anywhere else near close, sometimes they're even stricter than that, where you can't not only appear anywhere near close to the city. Sometimes they'll go even further than that and say, hey, you can't do any other appearances anywhere in the state. So I don't know what Kameha Con's contract looked like. Like I said, they probably came to some kind of agreement where they said, okay, we'll meet you halfway, because again, look, we want to have a good relationship with you. You are pretty much not showing up to our show, which we had promoted you way in advance for. You're pretty much cutting off pretty short notice before really the contract stipulated that you could cut off your appearance. So we'll meet you halfway, because we do want to still do business with you in the future. So hopefully that gives you all a little bit of clarity as to why conventions typically don't take legal action regarding cancellations by guests. So I hope that was helpful. Let me know if you guys want to see more of these videos where I talk a little bit more from a former con insider's perspective on things. Let me know in the comment section below. And just for those of you watching right now, I will be trying to get Ruben Langdon back on here for another live stream, and I will have a panel of other YouTubers that I hope to get on so that we can all talk with them and have a great conversation like we did last time. So be on the lookout for that. Until next time, y'all, thank you so much. You know how it goes. The hunt continues.